AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack's with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
To the air, it's Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Leads it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Large formation for these receivers. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, it's nice to have a... that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. fires toward the target. Complete downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He might want another play. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The DBs will back off a bit. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. With the catch, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Oh, he found a space on the right. Oh, not a space. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Offense changing the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
To the air, it's Underwood. Good completion on the out. Still running up the 40. Line run to the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient. It's a running room. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Michigan 10, LSU 7.
The Wolverines will boot away to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Now in the third scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, LSU! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Brings up second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Muscling ahead on 30 short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're dealing with a second and long. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Here's the score. LSU 14, Michigan 10.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He's looking to pass. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Off play action on 1st down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. There he goes. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half. In the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. You've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football.